Growing up, I heard a lot about Virginia State University. A lot of family members have matriculated through the university, starting with my great-grandmother. We believe she finished Virginia Normal and Industrial Institute, which is now Virginia State University, somewhere around the 1890s. Her son, my grandfather, was at Virginia State, which was also still Virginia Normal and Industrial Institute around 1918 to 1920. This picture was taken in 1920. Wow. And it was the trade department. We're not quite sure which building that was, or even if that building is still there, but he's right there. So I grew up hearing all about Virginia State University and the trials and tribulations of how African Americans had to struggle.
The president referred to the events in Selma as an American tragedy.
But also had to be committed to higher education in terms of bettering their lives. So although I applied to other schools, deep down inside I knew that I was going to be going to Virginia State University. In my mind, if it was good for my great-grandmother, if it was good enough for my grandfather, I have a brother and a sister who have also graduated from Virginia State University, it was going to be certainly good enough for me.
Well, Harry Black is the most important employee in the city because he's a city manager, and in Cincinnati, city manager there's a long historical tradition of a city manager.
Our first city manager to our previous city manager, and perhaps one day my picture will be on that wall as well.
So as mayor, I sort of set the vision, but he has the authority and the responsibility to implement and operate the city at the highest level.
Clearly, as an African-American man, there are very few city managers across the United States that serve at his capacity.
So it's been great, personal for me. I mean, I tell people that.
And it's clear that Harry Black has a deep interest in helping African-American men and women advance.
But this is primarily space for the mayor and the city manager.
I aspire to become a city manager.
This is the Wall of Mayors. This goes back to the beginning of the city.
And so Virginia State University offered me the opportunity to go to Cincinnati and shadow Mr. Harry Black.
Welcome to Cincinnati City Hall.
And learn a tremendous amount about local government.
Assistant City Manager. He's a senior at Virginia State University. Aaron Chandler.
How you doing? About myself.
The city manager is responsible for the day-to-day operations of the city, which means that
about other employees within the local government.
This is where we do all the training and development of our police officers.
Which is an opportunity that I will never be able to thank Virginia State University enough for.
There I am as a 22-year-old recruit. As an African-American man myself, when I see a leader that is a product of one of our HBCUs, it actually gives me pride. I see the leadership skills and what he really provides to a city this size.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
It certainly shows what HBCUs actually instill in our leaders, and it's something to be very proud of.
What was very critical for my overall development and the success that I've been able to attain thus far in my life and my career, we have to have role models. We have to have people who take interest in us. Jason Dunn, he is our Chief Information Officer, basically who we take interest in, that we can observe.
This was Harry's vision, sort of moving from open data. A lot of cities have open data, but you don't.
In my case, I had the opportunity to work for a lot of very, very successful and impactful public administrators through my career. I'd just like to take this opportunity to introduce Aaron Chandler. He is a senior at Virginia State University. He's been shadowing me today. Why don't you stand up, Aaron? Virginia State University is my undergraduate alma mater. I currently serve as the chair of the university's Board of Trustees. So hopefully, with his visit here with us here today, he'll be able to observe this environment, me in the environment, and to get a taste for what it might be like when he gets his opportunity to serve as a senior level executive in the public sector. The building is solid.
Here at Virginia State University, we're excited when we can get business and community leaders to really help mentor our students and walk our students through a process of becoming leaders themselves. And what better person to do that, really, than our rector, Harry Black.
I'm going to take you on a tour of City Hall. Would you like that?
Yeah, definitely. We also took a tour within City Hall in the City Council chamber.
This is council chambers. This is where policies are formulated.
We ended up discussing certain aspects of the room. He showed me where all the individually everyone sits, and I went over and sat in his chair, a chair that I would hope to fill one day.
You said you wanted to be a city manager, so I'm going to let you sit in my seat for a few seconds, but don't get too comfortable.
First of all, aside from being an extremely smart man, I think Harry's a compassionate man, and he understands equality and the need for those who are less fortunate than he is to have a chance. And I think he is very interested in youth. He sees the youth as our future. He's concerned about it here in the city, and obviously at Virginia State, he's identified a young man who he thinks can benefit from his experience.
This is Aaron Chandler. He's a senior at Virginia State University.
I've been a CEO for almost 30 years, and I can say that Harry Black is probably the most recent example I know of a person, a leader, who can make such a dramatic difference for thousands, tens of thousands, even millions of people in a really short time.
I got the very best of Virginia State University, and I am better for that experience today. Budget director, finance director, most critical.
Meeting these people gives me new aspirations. It shows me that there is a way for a country boy from Suffolk, Virginia to make it in local government.
Just in 2 years, we've been able to obtain 3 national awards.
These people are the same as I am. They went to school.
By way of Richmond.
They got educated and they did what they had to do.
I have 2 full-time analysts.
And this opportunity was an opportunity that I will remember for the rest of my life.